Okay, so I'm here with Mr. Nathan McGillian. McGillian, is it right?
There's
Yes.
some way people down south that they can't say it for some reason.
Well, I noticed who was it you talking? Was it Andrew McGann didn't say it right? Was it Andrew McGann on commentary once?
Aye, and he's a teammate, and then geez, I just do like for example at the Four Nations, I turned around to Kieran Davern and I says, "Would you hear this here?" And all he heard was like McGilligan, and I was like, it's not so hard to say,
McGillian. See, that's what I
McGillian.
was like. I was saying I was actually looking at your name and I spelled it out and I was like, I'm probably gonna get this wrong, right? And I said I do it. But obviously, I'm speaking to you now last Sunday was a crazy turn of events. Obviously, you became the champion, but I'm going to talk up to the events that led up to it. So I'm in the crowd. You bought one of these jerseys that I have on here. I said, right, I'll give it to someone, one of your teammates. I see obviously Emma McGillian.
I'll
Oh,
keep this for. There we
ah,
go.
fresh, fresh.
They're muscle fit.
So I see Emma put up on a story, didn't think I'd be doing this on a Sunday. So I went, deadly. I give it to Emma because I know Emma's one of your good friends. She'll bring it back to you and whatever. So I went over and chat to Emma and I said, will you give this to Nathan? She goes, yeah, sure, I'll give it to him after the fight. I said, is he here? She goes, yeah, he's fighting. I didn't cop it. I actually got late to the venue and just got there for the first thing. So I didn't get a fight card. So I was only looking at the rest one fight by fight. And I went, he's not fighting. She goes, yeah, he got caught. Like, and then she, like, I think the message was, will you fight today or something? I was like, I fuck it. and and then I went back. I took the shirt back off her and I said, right, I'm giving it to him. I went back and I had look and there you were fighting and you came up against Adam McEnroe and we all know Adam's been around a long time and he's a very tough competitor. So that's a tough fight to come in on a few hours' notice. Talk to us about the events from your point of view.
So I was, as I said in the post-fight interview, Dickie McLean knows my turkey ham dinner. The reason that being is because I was going for my Sunday lunches, just after a hard day sparring the day before. It was Seb texts me first, says, "What's your weight like?" And then straight away, I got the pit in my stomach, and I said, "Seb, what's going on here?" Seb says, "Title fight today. Your weight. Someone's pulled out. What weight could you be?" So I went up as my scales, and they were like fluctuating in weight and stuff. So like I was like, right, I had to rush to the house. So at the same time, I grabbed my young boy Joey, threw him in the car, drove up to my house. He was busting for the toilet, so I was stripping him down to get him to go to his wee potty. Stripped myself down to get on the scales. Dinner's lying down the stairs. Next thing, it was like a hose going off. He was pissing on the carpet, so he was and everything. I swear to God, pissing on the carpet. I was standing naked in the bathroom, trying to weigh myself to get my weight down. So all that got sorted then, whatever. We're just lying down in the bed. He goes for a nap or whatever. We're lying in the bed, and I was looking at the phone, just waiting on the text to confirm no to drive up the road. So I was lying there looking at the phone, got the text, literally got my gym bag out, started throwing like usually I like being coordinated with my fight jersey and my shorts and stuff. I just started launching everything in the bag, and I couldn't find my cup, and I was running out the shed to get my gloves and stuff. Just fired everything in the bag into the car. Listen to talk sport, listen to football on the radio up to the venue, and just normal proceedings from there on in. Then
And obviously, the performance was fantastic. You got there and you went in. Like, I've talked to you just after the Four Nations, and I know Fufu even said himself, like, he did win the gold, but he felt like you were the standout of the tournament. And I felt like you were as well with the level of competition you faced. You started this year and ended last year with like a lot of heart, like you lost in Derry to Aaron Boyle, then you lost there in Derry again. Like, you went through a hard time and then you've really kind of turned it around this year. What was it like to get that win and finally get a title?
yeah, I lost the Iron by split decision, and then I beat Jack Foran the month after. Then I had to go overseas with Army for 6 months. So overall, it's probably about a year out from the Jack Foran fight up to fighting Conor McCarthy. Very tough fight to come back to. Conor's one of the best amateurs in the country. Uh, After that, then I had a title fight in Derry that had its own complications with my original opponent, who was meant to be Aaron again for the belt, pulling out due to injury. Then his teammate, had a few complications to make him wait. So on the same day, similar to what happened to me and Joxer, James Slavin stepped in short notice, and it was just a bad night at the office. Lost that fight. I'm going to call it the curse of the chaos now because I've lost twice the chaos in front of my home crowd. It's not a nice feeling, but it is what it is. I eventually sorted that out then at Virtus after the Four Nations, and won at Virtus, and then obviously won this fight as well. So I've won 4 of my last 5 now, so I'm starting to really find my feet again and building good momentum going on to the Worlds.
Yeah, and the World's coming up shortly, but like that, there's been ups and downs and highs and lows like that. You really come back, and I think it's 4-0 on your fighting championship as well, isn't it?
I don't lose in Newry.
No, you don't seem to lose in Newry. And
Nope.
when you actually got that belt, we spoke, obviously, you went to Barry, who I actually spoke to then after. And you said that changed your mentality, and obviously there was a switch and things started swinging the momentum in your direction again. Do you think getting that last minute call and not overthinking the fight, maybe going into it, do you think that was a part to play, or do you think that had no effect?
It's not nice for Joxer, and it's not nice for me. Well, kind of for me, it's a free hit. I could have went up, just says, right, I'll take a last minute fight. He could have knocked me out, and people would have been saying, oh, he took it last minute, fair play to him. You know what I mean? There's no pressure in that sense, but like I wanted that belt so badly. So for it to come up so quick, whatever, not to have preparation, not to study my opponent, whatever, it was a big risk because potentially I could have sat out that fight, being 3-0 on the show, looked for an easy opponent and tried to get a title fight that route, but I accepted it because I'm there. I want the belt. I'm there to fight. 4-0 on the show now. But it was more or less free hits, probably the best way to describe it, because I could have went up, played it safe, just even tried to grind out 3 rounds or whatever. Just thought, you know what, I'm going to get good praise for this. But I went in, I wanted to win, and I knew I could win, so I didn't think twice about it, to be honest, and it paid off.
Yeah, and like that, trying to grind out a 3-round decision could be a dangerous game to play as well with someone like Joxer. Like you said, he could have done something in the first round like that. I think you wanted to go in, especially with the heartbreak that you'd had before, with, like you said, losing at Derry twice, that you wanted to make sure that this was over, and you'd done it in fantastic style. And like we both said, that was a hard one on Joxer, and fair play to him as well, because he could have said no to that fight as well. Because you imagine game planning for someone and then coming in last minute, and he just went, yeah, I'll take it. It just shows that the 2 year proper fighters.
It's not nice. I spoke to Joxer after the fight. No, that's what happened to me in March when I was fighting James. Last minute opponent, pull out. Like, I wasn't too aware of James. Just kind of just had to say, yep, I'll fight him, because it's a title fight and you want to collect as much belts as you can before you switch over to the pro scene, because not the belts really matter, but it shows where you're at on the amateur level. So I just basically give Joxer a wee chat and says, look, similar thing happened to me. It doesn't mean fuck all. Just it's more experience gained. Get on with it. It's shit for both of us, really, but he'll be back anyway.
Yeah, so talk to us about when that happened to you with James on the day he said, yeah, I'll take the fight. But you thinking, like, would you have game planned for your original opponent before James came in? Because you had to switch with Aaron, and I think it was Robert was supposed to come in.
Yeah, Robert Bard.
And then obviously James. So like that's a whirlwind of, okay, you fought Aaron, so you kind of would have known what you were going into there and what to expect and what you could do, to go to Robert and then go to James. What was your thought process there? Was it just, yeah, I want to get in fight, or was there any part of it that was like, fuck, like I was preparing for Aaron or then Robert, and now James comes in? Like, were you worried about how to approach the fight, or did you just go in and go, I'll just go in and give it my best?
I don't game plan too much, to be honest. I just kind of try and prove everywhere all around. I just play my own game, to be honest. It's just I don't know. It's just a shit one, because someone comes in last minute again. Like, there's less pressure on them, I feel. They might be coming on a heavier weight. They might be fresher. They're not doing the full weight cut as well. That's another component. It's just not nice. It's just I don't like the not knowing. You know what I mean? Like, even when Seb sent me that message, I was like, just tell me what it is, because the not knowing of, like, oh, what's he have planned for me here, and that type of way. So it was a mad few hours just driving up the road. I didn't even know he was fighting up the road. I didn't know if it was Jake or Joxer was fighting. I just kind of found out when I got to the venue as well. So it's not nice, but at the same time, these things happen as well in the sport.
Yeah, it's the fight game, and like that, it's more experience gained. Like you said, it was the same for you in Derry, it's the same for Joxer, and then both people. Obviously, you're going to go on. You mentioned the Worlds there. Okay, so obviously the Worlds coming up. When I want to say November, is it? You're definitely going to. How are you feeling about going to them, especially after your performances at the Four Nation against really high level competition, and then collecting that belt?
Well, another day I could have won at the Four Nations. You know what I mean? It was a tough fight. I just feel like I don't know. On my given day, if I'm at my best, then I'm good enough. You know what I mean? I'm going to one. I'm not going there to just play a part, whatever. I'm going there to one. It's a lot of money to go over. So I'm going to be calling for sponsorships in too. They try to get sponsorship to help me with fees and stuff to get over. And believe me, like I'm going to put on one hell of a shift to try become world champion.
Yeah, so obviously you enjoyed the experience for it. And like you said, when you look at that last fight in the Four Nation, you go, was it stopped early? Could it have been, an amateur, you're usually going to stop it earlier than later, that sort of way. So I'd say that also plays on your mind going, I could have got it that day. But you're going to be going forward into the Worlds. Is that your plan then for the rest of the year? Because that will kind of see the year out. That'll be, obviously, if you go to the finals and that's going to be, no?
No.
If you can't announce it, don't.
No,
But
well, I have big plans for the 10th of December. That's all I'm saying. But if things don't work out, then I'll be looking to unify the belt on Euro Fighting Championships. But I have something else up in the pipeline first, so I'm going to try to get that sorted as soon as possible. If not, then I'll be on ILR. I'll be fighting 10th of December regardless.
Perfect. So we're going to see you at the Worlds. We're going to see you 10th December. So you've got a busy end of the year lined up. Hopefully, then after that, you're going to take a rest and enjoy your Christmas and spend it with your family. Also, one question: what was it like when you seen that picture of your son watching you raise the belt?
That's the stuff you want. Like when you have a child, that's the stuff you like imagine in your head. No, everyone wants to make their son proud, and like he'll look at that photo and maybe like 10 years time and be like, wow, my dad was fighting MMA and he was a champion, and I was watching him on TV. And already, like, I bring him to training sessions, I bring him to the gym and stuff, just to like, I'm not going to force anything upon him or whatever, but he just seems to take a real liking to it. So like, if he can follow my footsteps too, I'm going to make him 50 times better than what I'm going to be, and I'm going to support him in whatever he does.
Yeah, no, that's good because I know that's happened to a couple of fighters. You look at Shauna Bannon, she was always around the gym when she was a kid, and then obviously look at the way she's gone now, and you see a lot of people. You see it kind of pass down to generationally because their parents or their brother or someone was in the gym, that it kind of trickles down. Like I said, you're not going to force him to do anything, but if he went into it, it'd be great just if it was even as a hobby, that sort of thing. I think it structures people, it disciplines people, it humbles people, and be a good thing to do. But it's been like that from a bad place to a very good place. It's been quite a journey this year. Like if you could describe this year so far, I know you still have more to go, in one word or a sentence, what would it be?
Um, I could have started. I don't know. It just I couldn't really describe it in a couple of words, but I would just say like when you go through the bad times, like you just have to keep on push going, keep training. No, I could have just easily like put the head down after a couple of hard losses at the start of the year. Um, I just kept going. I train all the time. I've never stopped. I've always believed in myself, and I've just tried to improve loads of areas in my game. And it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. If you keep putting in the work, like the saying goes, it's not who's best, it's who's left. And loads of people have trained with me have came and gone, but I've always put in the hard work, and I've always been consistent. I've thought through my years of training, so just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Try keep raising the levels. Just train as much as possible, get better, and just see where I end up.
Yeah, no, it's been a fantastic year, and it's been a fantastic year watching you as well. And I also want to thank you for the support for buying the jersey. They're actually quite nice, aren't they?
The class, I love it.
I've seen a couple of boys that have bought them off me using it, Joe, when they're in training and they're putting up their training footage. I see them in it, which is good. But I'm gonna let you go because I know obviously you've got training
I'm gonna
tonight.
keep this one fresh.
Yeah, keep that one fresh. I know you've got training, you've a lot going on. So I want to thank you very much for your time. I want to congratulate you because like that, a couple of hours notice is crazy. You came in and done it, and I was, like I said, I couldn't believe you were even there until I met Emma, went back to look at the card and went, oh, she's not lying. I said, well, I'm giving this T-shirt to him myself. You're not giving it to him. So I got to see you there, see you in person, which was very good as well. So thank you so much. Is there anything you want to say before you go?
Just anyone interested in sponsoring me, come up for the World Championships. Really appreciate the help. I've been really blessed with sponsorship so far throughout my short fighting career. So anyone who's willing to hop on board and help me out will be much appreciated. And thank you to my team, previous sponsors, and and my family as well. Everyone who supports me. My dog.
And your dog, your dog made a couple of cameos in the interview today. There he or she is again. I want to thank you for your time, and I will be talking to you very soon.
Thanks, Dave.
Cheers. Thank you.